Good morning or afternoon. Happy Friday. Today we are going to be talking about finding the part, meaning you're given a percent and you're told it's the percent of another value that we'll call the whole. We need to find what part it is. So, as a warm-up estimation question, there's a picture here of a bag of straws. Some are orange, some are black. Your job is to make an estimate what percentage of the straws will be orange or are orange. What percentage of the straws will be orange? So take a few seconds, look at that, maybe write down your estimate. Pause the video if you need to. Here we go. So yesterday I gave you this question. What do you notice, what do you wonder about the car price and the tax? And a lot of you wrote back on the Padlet, but I just wanted to pull out a few examples of what people wrote. So someone started, I noticed that there's a car price plus tax. I wonder how much the tax was. Someone else wrote, I noticed the tax was 1/4 of the whole price. Then I wondered, why was the tax so expensive? This isn't a Pink Floyd album, people. It doesn't have to cost that much. Okay, so they're saying that the tax is 1/4 of the car price. Then this one says the car costs 4 times the tax. So if you didn't answer this yesterday, look at that picture. See if those 3 statements make sense to you. Would you agree that the car costs 4 times the tax, or that the tax is 1/4 of the car price? And then lastly, someone wrote, I noticed that there's 25% tax on the car. I wonder how much the tax costs. So if you didn't answer that yesterday, you can look at that yourself, see if you have an idea that's different from any of these ideas. Otherwise, great job answering that notice and wonder question yesterday. So again, today we're talking about finding the part on this lovely Friday in March. Oh, you all are so lucky right now, because DJ Nelson is back. Oh yeah. Gonna take the part to the equal sign, 'cause it's percent times the whole. Gonna take the part to the equal sign, 'cause it's percent times the whole. Gonna take the part to the equal sign, 'cause it's percent times the whole. Gonna take the part to the equal sign, 'cause it's percent times the whole. Now, I know you were probably jamming out at home, but trust me, I totally understand if you want to pause and then rewind that video and just sing it all day long. I get it. Your family will probably want to learn this song. It's great. Teach them it all. So this is our wonderfully creative, beautifully sung song to remind us that to find the part, it's percent times the whole. So we're going to look at an example now. So this is a picture of a receipt from Windmill Family Restaurant. There were 2 guests, and the total price, or the total due, was $23.45. Now, if you look on this receipt, sales tax is already included, so we don't have to worry about finding that. But it's usual to tip between 10 and 20% when you go out to eat, so we're going to say 15%. What would a 15% tip be? So, just like our song, we're going to take the part to the equal sign because it's percent times the whole, which would be the 23.45. But now, here's the thing. If we multiply 15 by 2345, we're going to get a number way bigger than 2345. Because remember, 15% means 15 out of 100. So it means as a decimal 0.15. So you always have to change the percent to a decimal. And then we want to find the percent of the total. So that means we're going to be multiplying it by 2345. So if you multiply this, and you can use a calculator for these problems, I get about, we'll round it to $3, well, it'd round to $3.52. That's kind of a weird tip, but we'll just say that's exactly what it is. So the tip that we would leave would be $3.52, because that's what 15% of 2345 is. 0.15 times 2345. So whenever you're finding the part, you're going to change the percent to the equivalent decimal. That means you have to divide by 100. So 15%, if we do 15 divided by 100, it's 0.15. Because you just move the decimal places 2 to the left. And then you multiply the decimal by the whole, because we want to find the percent of a number, and oftentimes in math, of can translate to mean multiply. So your practice for today, there's online practice, finding the percents of numbers, and then there's also find the part practice, which is an attached assignment. Remember, for these assignments, you can do them on another piece of paper. You don't need a printer, and you can just do a few practice problems if you feel like you really got it already. And you can use a calculator for all of this, and that might be a phone calculator. Totally fine. So lastly, I asked at the beginning of the video, what percentage of the straws will be orange? So hopefully you have your estimate. I estimated about 60% because it looked like the orange straws were a little bit more than half. Let's see. Oh yeah. So this is interesting. The package on the straw says there's 100 straws, but there's actually 101 straws. And so there's 60 orange, 41 black. So that throws off the percentages from being exactly out of 100. So if you got around 59.4%, that's perfect. If you got 60% or above 50%, great job. Okay, y'all, do your practice. Talk to you on Monday.